Good. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Everybody excited about that? I'm already getting fat. And it's so bad. Just before Thanksgiving, it's not the time to get fat. I just actually got back into the gym this week to try to get ahead of that, and I can't even lift my arms to drink a glass of water. I'm so sore. But there's something weird going on in the gym locker room. And the old guys that feel it's appropriate to blow dry their ball sack in front of everyone. What is going on here? They do it with so much pride. They put one leg up on the bench like there's some Viking sailing across the seas. Their foot on the bow of the ship and the wind in their balls. There's some perverted version of Captain Morgan. And you indeed. You need to stop that. Very lopsided room tonight. We'll try to... A lot more people over here is what you're trying to say. Anyways, welcome. Good. And have you guys been here? Clap if you've been to a comedy show here before. Wow. Clap, how about first timers here? All right. Well, thanks for coming back, and welcome. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. So my girlfriend left town last weekend. Every time a pretty girl would be nice to me, I thought it was this big elaborate trap that my girlfriend had set. I was in line trying to get a sandwich, and this girl says, "Oh, the food smells great." And, "Oh, so how do you know my girlfriend?" "Not falling for that shit." Not so much on that one, huh? It's okay. My girl, she works for Planned Parenthood. She gets hit on every now and then. That was the saddest applause break I ever got. But she does work at Planned Parenthood. And she gets hit on every now and then. It's like, wow, the balls on these guys. They just come right out and ask for her number. She's so cool about it too. She's like, "Well, this isn't my number, but you can call this if you need to refill your prescription for genital warts." That's genital warts. It's pretty awesome. I think getting back into a new relationship should require some sort of training. Let me give you an example. Like I was single for 6 years. I never had to deal with a woman during those special few days that she has every month. Then I meet this incredible woman, fall in love, and I'm just supposed to be able to handle it? It doesn't work that way. I woke up in our bed alone one night and came out to the couch and found her crying. "Oh my God, babe, are you all right?" She says, "No, actually, when I came home from work, you weren't really paying me much attention when you were doing the dishes, doing the laundry, and cooking us dinner." Huh. Sort of goes against everything I thought I knew about living with a woman. While my brain was still trying to process that, she followed through with, "You didn't even want to snuggle me while we were sleeping." I was not even conscious. What am I supposed to do? But a lot of people in relationships like to reminisce about the good old days being single. But I don't. Remember how terrible they were. This guy knows too, right? No, you don't? Okay, that's fine. Well, I do. I went out with this girl. First date, just the nicest person I'd ever met in my entire life. Second date, even nicer. Third date, not so nice. So it turns out the first 2 dates, she was high on heroin. Yeah, and now she's out of heroin and demanding that I buy her more heroin. What a peach. Another girl I was with for about 2 months called me up and said, "Hey Joe, I'm pregnant. But don't worry, I'm 3 months along, so it's not yours." But the good news is the father's no longer in the picture, so you actually get to raise his child as your own. What a treat for me. Another girl I was with complained to me being distant while I was inside of her. I don't know how much closer I can get. Inside of me right now. Gross. Alright, I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody else. I have my own problems too. Like, I got some pretty insane anger problems. And I choose to blame my parents. Because every time I talk to them on the phone, I have to exercise so much patience, I have none left for the rest of the world. For example, my dad, bless his heart, is starting to forget doing things like having firewood delivered to my house as a present. Now, assuming he remembered ordering the wood, when it arrived, I texted him something cryptic like, "The eagle is landed." His response to that was, "Does that mean you're high on something, son?" "Oh, Dad, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, the firewood was delivered." "Oh, so you need to borrow money?" "No." And then then I'll try to talk to my mom at that point. And that doesn't work because all she ever wants to talk about is how am I going to find a wife with those shoes that I wear, or the car that I drive, or am I really going to find the one with that untrimmed neck hair? And I just try to get off the phone with her as quickly as possible. But every time she says the most disgusting things. I'll be like, "Okay, Mom, love you, goodbye." Like, "Oh, okay, son, well, keep a wrinkle in it." It's disgusting. Therein lies the anger problem. Like road rage. We got any people with road rage in here? Yes, my kind of people right there. Like, I'm pretty sure they can take everything they teach in driver's ed, throw it out, and concentrate on how to merge onto the goddamn highway. Yes, please. That's what that guy just said. And like, if you're gonna take a right turn, get in the right lane ahead of time. Don't take some suicide dive over 3 lanes at the last second. That makes me really mad. Sometimes it's funny, tonight it wasn't. It's alright. Have you ever been on a freeway, waiting to get on another freeway, waiting for like 10 minutes? All of a sudden, at the last second, somebody cuts right in front of you? Yeah, I lose my shit. It's going to this intense fantasy where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to my job today. I'm just going to follow this person around all day. Cutting them off repeatedly. In traffic, the grocery store, line at the bank, it doesn't matter. Then at the end of the day, they'd recognize me and say, "Hey, you've been in my way all day. Who are you?" Say, "I'm the blue Subaru you cut off 9 hours ago. See how you like it." But I don't actually blame my anger problems on my parents. It's a cop-out. I was actually adopted by 2 of the greatest people in the whole world. Just incredible parents. And I was just sort of a weird, shitty little kid. Did weird things. Like when I was growing up, I decided I didn't want to poop anymore. Just tired of it. Sitting on the toilet seat, wiping my butt, washing my hands, the whole thing, just forget about it. And I actually thought that was an option, to just not poop. Until about 72 hours later, and I was in the fetal position with the family doctor's finger up my butt. Whoa. I also had this obsession with my socks, where they'd be pulled up perfectly at all times. Otherwise, I would freak out and scream, "My socks aren't obeying me!" Like a lunatic, right? One night, I went into the bathroom with the lights off to brush my teeth with what I thought was toothpaste. Turned out to be Preparation H instead. Yeah, that was I thought the creaminess was like anti-cavity stuff, but that's just what I'm gonna go with on that one. Another weird thing I would do was I like to wrestle pillows. I would practice wrestling moves on pillows. So this one day, for this big finale, I'm gonna take this pillow 40 feet up a tree and body slam it. Right? Great idea, right? No. I get 40 feet up the tree, branch breaks, I fall, break my arm, and get a concussion. Now at this point, if you're my parents, you gotta be thinking, we paid full price. For a kid who wrestles pillows and trees and loses. He brushes his teeth with hemorrhoid cream. He screams at his socks all day. And every 6 months we have to take him to the hospital because he decided to stop pooping again. I told you we should have adopted a highway instead. But growing up in my parents' house, I had a secret drawer. And that secret drawer consisted of 3 items. Being a bottle of booze, a bag of weed, and a VHS tape of some of the most disgusting porn you've ever seen in your life. So me and my buddies, we go out and have some of the booze. Tastes pretty strong, doesn't really do the trick. Same thing with the weed. Then I get home and bust out the trusty VHS tape. And it was in that moment that I realized that my parents had found my secret drawer, replaced the booze with vinegar, replaced the weed with lawnmower clippings, recorded over the VHS tape with a 12-hour NASA launch video. And they didn't even say a word to me. I'd have the balls to go up to them, look them in the eye, and let them know that they know. The worst part was about a week later when they caught me jerking off to NASA launch videos. Hey, we got a great show for you tonight. You ready for your next comedian?